Hello, and thank you for taking the time to sit down and be present for this conversation. If you are joining me today, it is very likely that you are navigating a deeply personal and often silently carried transition in your life. We are going to speak very openly about something that for far too long has been kept in the shadows, brushed under the rug, and dismissed by society as just another inevitable part of getting older. We are going to talk about your sexual health, your physical comfort, and your vitality as you move through midlife and beyond. For so many women, there comes a point where intimacy suddenly begins to feel different. What used to feel completely natural, easy, and joyful can almost overnight become unfamiliar, uncomfortable, or even genuinely painful. Desire begins to fade, and your body might stop responding in the ways you have known your entire adult life. I want you to know that if you are sitting there wondering where your vibrant self has gone, feeling worried about your relationship, or feeling guilty that you simply cannot be bothered with intimacy anymore, you are not alone. And more importantly, this is absolutely not all in your head. There is a profound biological shift happening inside your body, and it is time we start acknowledging the science behind it instead of treating it as a personal failing. When we talk about younger people, we readily accept that surging hormones drive their physical desires and energy. Yet when it comes to women entering perimenopause and menopause, we suddenly expect them to just push through, forgetting that biology is still firmly in the driver's seat. What you are experiencing is the very real consequence of your body losing its essential sex hormones, specifically estrogen and testosterone. These are not just reproductive chemicals. They are the fundamental building blocks that keep the tissues of your entire pelvic region healthy, elastic, and thriving. When these hormones begin to decline, the physical landscape of your body changes. You might hear it dismissed casually as a bit of vaginal dryness, but to use such a mild term is a disservice to what women actually endure. We are talking about delicate tissues becoming fragile, easily irritated, and starved of the nourishment they need. The natural protective acidity of your microbiome shifts, making the environment vulnerable. This is not just an inconvenience that affects your romantic life. It is a fundamental change that can lead to excruciating pain during intimacy, a persistent feeling of discomfort, urgency, and a cycle of recurrent urinary issues that can seriously impact your daily freedom. This condition is a real, documented medical issue, and it is completely driven by a lack of local hormones. For generations, women have been conditioned to believe that when they age out of their reproductive years, they also age out of their right to physical pleasure and comfort. There is almost a societal expectation that you should just grit your teeth, suffer in silence, and view this discomfort as a badge of honor for aging naturally. Let me be very clear. Suffering is not a badge of honor. You do not have to accept pain. You do not have to accept that your world must shrink, that you must wear protective pads every day, or that your intimate life is simply over. You deserve to live a life full of color, connection, and comfort. One of the greatest tragedies in women's healthcare is the immense fear surrounding the treatments that can actually heal these tissues. So many women are terrified of local, topical hormone therapies because of outdated, poorly communicated warnings that group all treatments into one terrifying category. The truth, supported by modern clinical understanding, is that localized, gentle therapies designed to simply replenish the hormones exactly where they are missing are incredibly safe. They are restorative. They do not flood your entire system. They simply wake up the local tissues, restoring blood flow, soothing inflammation, and bringing back the natural resilience of your anatomy. Speaking of anatomy, it is time we stop being strangers to our own bodies. Because of the taboo surrounding women's health, many of us were never taught the beautiful, intricate details of our physical selves. We were never told that the delicate structures of the vulva, the labia, and the clitoris are highly sensitive to testosterone and estrogen. When those hormones drop, these structures can physically change. They can retract, they can lose their protective fullness, and they can become incredibly sensitive to the touch in ways that feel irritating rather than pleasurable. Understanding this is the key to removing the shame. Your body is simply reacting to a new environment, and just as you would use a rich moisturizer for dry skin or wear glasses to read a book, you are allowed to use the right tools, whether that means localized therapies, gentle devices, or specific care routines, to support your pelvic health. You are allowed to advocate for your joy. You are allowed to walk into a medical professional's office and say that your quality of life matters, that your pleasure matters, and that you refuse to simply disappear into the background. You deserve a healthcare approach that sees the whole of you, that validates your lived experience, and that offers real, scientifically backed solutions instead of dismissive pats on the arm. Reclaiming your comfort is the first step toward reclaiming yourself. And as we move forward into this journey, I want you to hold on to the absolute certainty that your vitality is worth fighting for. Your comfort is a priority, and it is entirely possible to feel completely like yourself again. We are led to believe that this fading is simply a mandatory chapter of getting older, something we just have to accept. I am here to tell you that this narrative is fundamentally flawed. Your connection to your own body is not a luxury with an expiration date. It is a vital, ongoing component of your overall health, your hormonal balance, and your deep emotional well-being. You might be feeling a subtle shift in your life right now, a quiet fading of the vibrant energy you once knew so well. You might look in the mirror and feel like a part of you has gone dormant. I want you to know that you are not alone in this feeling, and more importantly, you are not broken. Let us first address the biggest myth surrounding women's desire and intimacy. For decades, we have been told that if we just relax, take a warm bubble bath, or perhaps read a romantic novel, we can simply talk ourselves into wanting intimacy or feeling vibrant again. But as complex sexual beings, our bodies do not work that way. Low libido and a lack of intimate connection are very rarely just mental hurdles. They are deeply rooted in our physical health, our nutritional balance, and our hormonal landscape. Women today and throughout their lives juggle an extraordinary amount. We navigate careers, families, household responsibilities, and the care of aging loved ones. This constant output of energy leaves us with very little time to worry about proper, targeted nutrition, let alone stress management. Add to this the unavoidable hormonal changes that occur over the years, the shifts in estrogen and progesterone, the impact of stress, and the natural physiological changes of aging, and it is no wonder our bodies sometimes put our intimate desires on pause. Your head, your heart, and your physical health all play massive roles in whether you feel capable of enjoying intimacy. That is why simply trying to force yourself to feel differently will never work. You must nourish the physical foundation first. This profound realization brings us to a beautiful, gentle way to support your body. Because the loss of desire is largely a physical and nutritional issue, we must address it with the right restorative care. I want to gently introduce you to a daily practice of self-care in the form of a supplement called HerSolution. This is not about artificial fixes or unnatural pressures. HerSolution is a completely safe, doctor-endorsed daily supplement meticulously designed to dramatically increase a woman's natural desire and physical responsiveness by correcting the nutritional and hormonal imbalances created over time. By taking one simple supplement a day, you are quietly telling your body that it is safe to reawaken. Over a period of about 60 days, this precise blend of herbals, nutrients, and natural aphrodisiacs begins to gently take effect, restoring what years of stress, poor nutrition, and hormonal shifts may have depleted. It is a way of laying the groundwork so that your body can physically respond when your mind wants to connect. To truly understand why nourishing your body from the inside out is so critical, we need to look at what happens physically when intimate self-care is neglected. Your pelvic region is incredibly vascular, meaning it relies heavily on consistent, robust blood flow to remain healthy, elastic, and responsive. When we go for long periods without any form of intimate arousal, this crucial blood flow diminishes. The tissues can lose their elasticity, become thinner, and natural lubrication can significantly decrease. This is a physical adaptation to disuse, much like a muscle losing its tone when we stop moving it. When you attempt to reconnect and find that sensation has faded or even become uncomfortable, it is not a sign that your intimate life is over. It is simply your body signaling that it needs better circulation and nourishment. This is exactly where the science behind HerSolution becomes so incredibly supportive. One of its key secret ingredients is niacin, a powerful nutrient known to naturally and safely increase blood flow and sensations throughout the body. By enhancing your circulation daily, you are actively helping to preserve the vitality and responsiveness of your most delicate tissues. Furthermore, HerSolution includes ingredients like cayenne, which work synergistically to improve natural vaginal lubrication and intensify physical sensations. It is about giving your vascular system the exact tools it needs to thrive again. Beyond the physical tissues, we must talk about the profound impact intimacy has on your hormonal health. Intimacy, arousal, and release are not just about fleeting pleasure. They are profound biological triggers that release a cascade of healing, balancing chemicals in your brain and body. When you experience pleasure, your body releases dopamine, the motivation and joy chemical, along with oxytocin, the bonding hormone that reduces feelings of isolation and stress. Endorphins flood your system, reducing physical pain and elevating your mood. When we abstain from intimacy for years, we deprive our brains of this natural, powerful chemical reset. Women often experience increased anxiety, a sense of emotional flatness, or a loss of their vibrant identity, never realizing it is tied to this missing neurochemical nourishment. Reigniting this spark is essential for your mood and your mind. HerSolution is brilliantly formulated to support this exact neurochemical pathway. It contains mucuna pruriens, a natural botanical that directly triggers the production of dopamine, helping to naturally elevate your mood and increase your libido from within. It also includes hops, which gently helps to even out estrogen production, a crucial step for women navigating the shifting hormonal tides of later life. By supporting your hormones and your brain chemistry daily, you are building a resilient foundation for joy. We also cannot ignore the structural foundation of your intimate health, which is your pelvic floor. These muscles support your independence, your comfort, and your confidence. A healthy, intimate life naturally engages and strengthens these deep, stabilizing muscles. When intimacy stops, these muscles miss out on the natural, rhythmic contractions that keep them toned, which can sometimes lead to feelings of physical vulnerability. As you work to gently reintroduce movement and connection to this part of your body, doing so with a nourished system makes all the difference. Knowing that your body is supported by the ginkgo biloba in HerSolution, which reduces the symptoms of hormonal transition and improves your physical ability to reach a climax, takes the pressure off. You do not have to work so hard. The dilation of blood vessels enabled by this supplement allows you to simply relax and let your body respond naturally, just as it was always meant to. The emotional journey of reconnecting with your sensuality is perhaps the most beautiful part of this process. So many women carry an invisible weight, feeling like less of a woman, feeling guilty that they cannot connect with their partner, or simply mourning the loss of their own playful, vibrant spirit. You deserve to feel like that lively, joyous woman again. You deserve to joyfully give and receive the most intimate of pleasures without ever feeling pressured or inadequate. Reclaiming this part of your identity starts with a single act of self-compassion. It starts with deciding that your comfort, your pleasure, and your physical health are entirely worth prioritizing. By making HerSolution a part of your daily routine, you are making a silent but incredibly powerful commitment to yourself. You are saying that you are ready to rediscover your sexual side, at your own pace, on your own terms. Many women notice the beautiful, subtle shifts within just the first week of starting this journey. You might find a noticeable increase in your appetite for intimacy, a quicker, warmer sense of full-body arousal, or more natural lubrication. But true, lasting restoration takes a little time. Your body needs to recover from years of nutritional deficits and ongoing stress. That is why allowing yourself at least 60 days of consistent nourishment with this supplement is so vital. Over those weeks, you may find that along with an awakened desire, you also experience more energy, fewer mood swings, and a profound sense of total body relaxation. It is about coming home to a body that feels good to live in. And for those moments when you want to explore this newfound energy, remember that true comfort is key. The beautiful thing is that taking this step for your internal health often comes with wonderful additions, like the highly rated HerSolution gel, designed to instantly alleviate dryness with a velvety texture, intensifying your excitement and making every touch feel warm, engorged, and wonderfully alive. I want you to take a deep breath and remind yourself that there is no expiration date on your vitality. You are evolving, you are adapting, and you are absolutely allowed to thrive in every sense of the word. Your intimate wellness is a deeply human right, a cornerstone of your joy and your health. If you are ready to stop feeling disconnected, if you are ready to invite warmth, pleasure, and genuine physical vitality back into your life, I encourage you to take this beautiful step for yourself today. You deserve to experience the gentle, restorative power of true biological balance. Please give yourself the gift of complete wellness by taking advantage of the special risk-free opportunity available right now. You can start your journey with a 67-day money-back guarantee, meaning you have absolutely nothing to lose and a whole vibrant world of sensation to gain. Click the link in the description of this video or find it pinned in the comments below to secure your supply of HerSolution and claim your special offer, including free shipping on select orders and your free personal lubricant gel. Take good care of your beautiful body, honor your spirit, and remember that you are entirely worth it.